guys, this is Gamer Cow. Welcome back to more of the Pokemon TCG 2. And last time we beat this girl up and rescued Rick. This time we're going to go ahead and play you in a barn. For some reason the fortress has a barn in it with no animals. So yeah, we have made it here. And this dude over here is Great Rocket number 1! Yeah, so the Great Rocket members are actually in their normal state over here, and I just got a text message at the very start of this recording session. That is absolutely fabulous. But yeah, I'll look at that later. So, obviously, Great Rocket 1 is going to fight us again, and 4 prizes will be what we have to play. He looks kind of like James in the actual thing, to be honest. But yeah, he's a forest user as well. Of course, everybody's grass type using in this place, which makes complete sense. And let's see, we have Ivysaur and we have Bulbasaur in our starting hand. We also have Grimer, but I reckon Bulbasaur's the better bet to go with, so we'll go with that. And I'm gonna take the chance and not place another one down. I can place it down next turn if I have to, and that's okay, because I go first, so I can see it's a Zubat. Okay, I've got no worries from a Zubat whatsoever, so quick tackle, Razor Leaf next turn would kill the Zubat, so we'll see what he does. And if it's good enough, well, he plays Dark Venusaur as well, so I think he plays a different Bulbasaur, but we're not going to get to see it because he doesn't have any cards otherwise. That's really lame. I should probably redo this one over as well, because this is just weak. Seriously, it's terrible. Like, I've already won the game with a Razor Leaf that should be 4 times resisted in the normal games, but whatever. I won the game with 2 attacks. That's almost as bad as the Donk which I had to play against before. That's bad. But yeah, we get a Team Rocket booster pack from him, which will give us another Rainbow Energy. Jesus Christ, I've never had so many in this game. That's 3 I've got now. It's ridiculous. We also get the old Taurus, which is very nice. I quite like that one. And yeah, we get this Charmander. That's not one we've seen before. It's a very good Charmander, actually. It's got 20 for 1 energy, and it lets you take fire energy from your other Pokemon and attach it to it. So you could, in theory, if you've got Pokemon Breeder, you could boost this straight up to a Charizard after you've taken all the energy from your other Pokemon, and you'll have a kick-ass monster ready to decimate everything. So it's a decent card. It just takes a while to set up that many energy, but we sort of knew that anyway. So yeah, whatever, loss is a loss, we'll take that. Open sesame! Awesome. Yeah, Liz is waiting, however, I want to fight you again because you got to show off absolutely nothing in your deck there, and that's sort of depressing. However, I might live to regret this because I'm only starting with a basic Dratini here, and that is not good in the slightest, especially not when I actually go second this time. Yeah, see, this is the Bulbasaur he uses. It poisons you. That sucks because now I've got like 1 turn to live, basically. So yeah, I might live to regret this decision. Who knows? Well, I don't think it actually does any damage. Let me just quickly check. Yeah, it can't do any damage by itself, so it won't be able to kill me off. Also, he uses Ghastly, so he's a Grass Psychic deck user, I suppose. I can't really see anything too wrong with that, so I'm fine with that. Let's just switch out though and go into this Bulbasaur, go in with the energy and attack with this, because that Dratini is not going to last very long, and I don't really want to get killed by donking standards, because that would suck. Yeah, I know, I get poisoned, big deal. Doesn't really matter too much because I can evolve. I can evolve this turn. Do I want to evolve though? Because then I sort of lose my thing. I probably don't want to evolve just yet, because if I do, then he's going to just poison me again, and that would not be very good. So I'm gonna stay as a Bulbasaur and hope that he doesn't switch. He's probably going to switch, and this is probably a terrible idea that's just cost me the game. Yeah, I figured. Because if I'd have evolved, then I wouldn't have had this happen, and that was a terrible idea. I'm a stupid person. Whatever, we knew this. Because the poison still applies, because it's not the same condition as paralysis and confusion and stuff, so yeah. However, I do have a psychic resistance here, so it's not all doom and gloom yet. I'm gonna nightly garbage run these cards back into the deck though, because I'm gonna want to be able to draw them again later. But right now, I can just hope to survive, really. I have maybe some sort of chance if I can pull this out. If he doesn't confuse me, then I might be able to win this. But of course he does, so nuts to that, right? Okay, now I don't know. I think it might just be a stall game at this point, because I don't want to hit myself for more damage than he would deal to me. So I guess I'm going to hold on to the energy as well until I know what I'm gonna draw. Yeah, it's a little bit dull, but I can't play trainers now either, because he's already confused me, and therefore Ghastly's just gonna do that to me. Hey, Dark Dragonair, cool, now let's attach the energy. I'm hoping that I'm gonna be able to do this pretty soon, get another energy card out of my deck so that I can evolve and kick some ass, because this is just gonna get lame if I can't do that. Stall tactics and whatnot. Plus power doesn't help in this situation. I need an energy, that's all I need. I've only got 19 in the deck in total, but that's not bad overall. He's getting a lot of energy on his own Pokemon too. This is scary, because if that Dark Venusaur comes out, I can't use trainers. Can't use trainers, so I just have to deal with what I've got. And of course he's gonna switch out now. I'm gonna get poisoned as well. Yuck. I can't survive much more of this. But I can't really survive any more of this. I might well be sort of... I can't say I'm screwed at the moment, but I'm definitely in a terrible, terrible position here. I don't even know exactly what to do here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and plus power this just now. I'm gonna have to Professor Oak, there's not really any other way around this. I would have used the Super Potion, but if I did, then I would kind of lose the ability to attack this turn. That is assuming that I can draw a freaking energy card, thank you, jeez. What else we got? Pokemon Trader works extremely good with Dark Dragonair actually, because Dark Dragonair can search out the Pokemon that you want from your deck, and then, you know, evolution wise, and then you can Trader it away for a basic should you need that. So it's a good combination. I like it a lot. But anyway, energy card on the Dragonair. I've already played down the plus powers, so if I do flip heads here, this will one shot, and I do flip heads, so one hit KO on you. Because 40 damage on a heads flip is quite nice. Hello there, Venusaur. I am very, very happy to see you. Now I've got to get Bulbasaur and that going ASAP. Because I ain't gonna have very long with the Poison Seed here. I've got to work this out very shortly. I don't know. Can I get another computer? If I could computer search into the third Super Potion, maybe. That is, if it's still in the deck. I should check that. Yeah, it's still in the deck. Ivysaur is still in the deck too. Right, okay. I have some resemblance of a strategy here. Let's go ahead, evolve into Ivysaur. And then we're going to evolve into Dark Muck as well, because why the hell not? Dark Dragonair too? Sure, why the hell not? Everybody evolve, all the time, all evolutions. This thing's only got 10 HP left, so that's okay. Going to discard the Dratini and the plus power so I can get myself a computer search. This is quite a complicated turn, I realise, but there's a lot of stuff that I can do here, so yeah. So we'll get that. I have 13 cards in discard. How many do I have in my deck at the moment? 29, that's plenty. Right, so Super Potion away the damage here. Trader away Venusaur so that it goes back into the deck and I can draw it out later. And I'm going to take a Lickitung, I think. Because that's also Psychic Resistance, so there we go, play down that. I've now got no cards left in hand, so Professor Oak will give me a fresh 7 without any discards. And that should get me at least 1 energy, it gives me like 5. And it actually draws the Venusaur out too. I was hoping that it wouldn't do that, because that would be better to not draw out, but oh well. We get another heads though, even though it didn't really mean anything, but nah, that's fine. Bulbasaur getting KO'd means I take another prize, the Ghastly coming out means I'm probably going to get confused, but you know what, that doesn't even matter, because I have Venusaur in hand. All of your status conditions mean nothing. No, he didn't even do that, but that's fine, because your status conditions mean nothing anyway. I'm going to heal this off, and you are not going to beat me down with all of that stuff. Yes. Because now Venusaur can come into play. There is no more evolutions I need, so I don't need to use the power of Dark Dragonair any further. But what I do need to do is heal off this wretched poison, because otherwise Dark Dragonair is going to die, and that's not very good. So yeah, a flat 20 damage, pretty nice when you consider that it can do no damage back to me. So naturally it switches out, it's fine. I can mitigate this damage somewhat by using my ability of Venusaurness. And Venusaur can just keep on getting charged up so that it doesn't become dead weight when I switch it out. You know, switch it in soon enough. Yep. I fully expect not to get any more heads in this now, because I had my sort of luck spell earlier. Though it would be nice if I did, because that would just make this end a lot faster, but oh well. You can poison me for 10 damage every turn, I'm not overly fussed about that right now. You know, the Venusaur would make quite a nice partnership with Dark Gloom actually, because Dark Gloom could confuse your active Pokemon, but then Venusaur could heal it if it gets confused. So that might make a nice partnership, actually. Should maybe try that out at some point. Actually, Venusaur in its own right would make a very good partner for Vileplume in general, because Vileplume always confuses itself after its attack. So if you... well, I think it always confuses if it gets 2 or more heads, which is 80 plus damage, so it would basically confuse itself at all times. So really, if you were to be able to get that going, then a Venusaur with a Vileplume would do very well. The problem is actually getting Venusaur and Vileplume both on the field at the same time, because you know, they're both stage 2, so it's difficult. There is another card which might work as well, but it works on a coin toss, and you're already flipping enough coins for Vileplume, so... yeah, Zubat gets the KO. I don't care because I have a Venusaur, man, and that Venusaur is going to Mega Drain your ass off. So yeah, that's all she wrote on this one. Nothing too special, but hey, I kind of won by semi-stalling at the time, and there's the other Dark Muck. It wouldn't have been any point in searching for it. Not that I knew that, but there you go. That's him showed off much better, and yeah, I like that actually. That was a good fight. Of course, we get the same booster pack that we got before, and that pack contains another Aerodactyl. I'm getting a lot of the same cards here. That's not really something I would want, but too bad, too bad. Anyway, onwards to fight you. I'm actually going to save this, because I haven't saved in a little while, so we'll do that. As you can see, I've got a lot of cards now, but yeah. James is indeed unreliable, and you are not Jesse, unfortunately. That would have been kind of awesome. But yes, we are going to get the grass coin, and we're going to have to beat you first. But this is where the special conditions start coming in, because now we have to fight with only grass energy. That's why I've been using a grass only deck this entire time, is so that I can have quote unquote practice in this sort of condition. So yeah, we only have grass energy in our deck, so we can just fight anyhow. And she also has a hat. What is it with these guys and having summer hats on? Every single one of them has the exact same hat, I'm telling you. Did they just like invisible frisbee it between the rooms or something? Or is their dress sense really that bad? Cypher going out first is the obvious thing, because Cypher is very good going first, because it has no retreat cost, so you can switch out to whatever is appropriate after the first attack. But I'm going first, so I can actually switch out if I want to here, and I might well want to because this douche is using Charmander. Yeah, she is also restricted to only use grass energy, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't counter-type you anyway. This is what's annoying about this game in a sense, is that they force you to, well, 2 switches, jeez. They force you to only use one type of energy, but then they throw a dick move at you by saying, hey dude, I'm going to like play fire types and stuff, and you can't do a damn thing about it. Especially because you don't have any energy. Like, dude, this is a painful starting hand without any energy cards. Oh, how cruel can you honestly be? You know what, I think I'm going to keep Cypher in at the moment. It's the most endurant thing I've got, and I really don't want much else to happen. Master Ball, I was hoping to get one of these before, but I couldn't. It does exactly what it says there, and so Muck gets taken out the deck. So she plays that. She doesn't have any energy either, that's good. Except I still don't have any energy, so that's not good. Let's play down Dark Dragonair and use its power to get Dark Muck out, I suppose. And we'll hopefully get an energy card next turn that I can use, because it would suck if I just kept on not getting energies. Yeah, she really doesn't like Pokemon powers, so I can't use my Evolutionary Light now until the end of her next turn. But I don't care, because I got a Grass Energy. You know what that means? That means I'm switching out to my Grammar over here, and I am getting my Poison Gas going, because Auto Poison is awesome. Seriously, it's great. Because now it sort of forces her to do something with it, and she's not even going to attach to that. So yeah, stay poisoned, and I will be happy. What to do though? I can't do anything except auto poison, and she's already poisoned, so that doesn't really do me any good. I guess I should possibly get I could get another Dark Muck, or I could start getting Bulbasaur going, because I have another trader in hand. So if I use my second Pokemon trader, trade away... You know what, let's trade away the Dark Muck, because I can search that back out. This is the beauty of having a Dark Dragonair on your bench, is you can start getting your evolution cards out a lot. And whilst I do have to be worried about her... I have to be worried about her having that nasty muck in her hand, she still only has 1 energy on the Grimer, so I don't see it being an issue yet. I can still get at least 1 more Evolutionary Light out, I think. Yeah, because she'll only evolve it, I believe, if she has the energy to attack with it. She's not quite as smart, if you will, as I'm being here. So that's good. Let's go ahead then and get myself out the Dark Muck, unless Venusaur's in the deck. Yeah, Venusaur's in the deck. Let's get that out first. Because I would like to be able to heal off any sort of negative status that I am going to get inflicted with here. So, yeah, you know what? I don't even need to attack. Just die from the poison. There you go, Charmander dead. She has Charmeleon as well, so it's not as if she just plays Charmander. And of course she revives it as well. But that's okay, because now, yeah, damage gets put on it anyway, so that's fine. I get auto poisoned, that's not so fine. But it's not irreparable, the situation here, because I do have Venusaur in my hand, which means I can heal off stuff, but better than that, I have Evolutionary Light, so I can search for Dark Muck. There's actually 2 of them in the deck, so I could go ahead next turn and get another one out. And with Dark Muck and a plus power in my hand, I will be able to kill this thing with poison so that it can't auto-poison me again, because I don't want to get poisoned. Even though I can heal it off pretty much instantly, I don't want to get poisoned because I don't like the fact that I take damage at the end of every turn. And my thing decides to tab out once again. I don't know why it does that, and I know I've said that a hell of a lot of times by now, but still, it's a valid point. Only 2 cards gotten for Nightly Garbage Run. Wow, we've not done very much yet, have we? No, Goop Gas Attack, stop with the power negation, that's irritating. I was gonna get Dark Muck out, you jerk. But it's fine. I can just put this Grimer down, I can get another energy out. I don't know who to put it on though. The thing is, this deck is fairly expensive in energy costs, with the exception of Dark Muck. That's actually why I put it in the deck. But yeah, I put it on the Grimer because that'll only take a couple of things to do. I should have maybe used a plus power here. Now that I think about it, if I used a plus power on that attack, I'd have killed it with a poison when it came to my turn. Too bad, too bad. It's not like she can do anything anyway, so I'm perfectly fine with this situation. It's really good and really very much in my favour. More energy cards, very much in my favour. This game is mine. I don't think there's any way that she can possibly come back with this one. So yeah, Dark Muck, a second one, sure, why not? It's fine by me. And Sludge Punch, Poison, Kill. There really isn't anything that she can do. Because Dark Muck stops her from retreating as well, so it's, yeah, game over. She can be a very irritating opponent if you don't play with poison types, I guess, but when you do, this is what happens. I mean, I have grass types in here that are weak to fire as well, but that's non-issue based stuff. I don't think she can really play psychic types because they all need psychic energy, and you're not even allowed to have rainbow energy in your deck here. If your restriction is all grass energy, you have to play all grass energy. You cannot play any rainbow energy that might act like grass energy because they technically don't count as grass energy when they're not, when they're not on the field. Anyway, Mewtwo, kinda cool, you know, the whole Mewtwo and 59 Psychic Energy deck. But yeah, we still only get one prize, you know, pack. But too bad. Anyway, Parker's doors are now open, and as you know, Parker's condition stuff kind of doesn't really suit the deck I've got built right now, so I'm going to build a whole new deck to play him, which means I'm going to end this part here, and next time we are going to have a new deck to play, and it will all be good. So, Gamer Cow, TCG2, sorry I didn't actually finish this place, I guess. I forgot that there was another trainer back here, because usually maybe not usually, but there's often a trainer in the foyer area which you have to fight, so this one's slightly different. But anyway, not the point. Next time we're finishing this place off and probably starting the next one, so look forward to that, I guess.